We're doing this video challenge thingy
For Khan Academy.
It's for Khan. Khan Academy promotes it.
Yeah, sponsored by Khan Academy.
It's sponsored by Khan Academy. But anyways, it's this video thing where you create a 3-minute explainer video about a topic in physics, biology, or math, and you enter it into a competition, and there's like a winner every year. So yeah, and I'm trying to decide a topic. So I was thinking of evolution, but I'm not sure if it's a difficult topic enough to explain about. That's what I think. Anyways. So yeah.
You want mathematics, biology, everything different or combined?
One area from one of the.
For me, I was telling you, physics, maths, English, all are same.
We could do that, pick a topic, and then compare it to all the subjects.
You want mathematics in the nature?
Yeah.
Write down some number system.
A number system? What do you mean?
There is a number system called Fibonacci number system.
1, 2,
Yeah.
3.
Yeah.
You write down that. 1 plus 1 2 2 plus 1 3. That's how it is written. 1 1 2 3. So the number system is 1 1 2 3 5 8 13 21. First number is 1, second number is 1, third number is 2, fourth number is
3.
3,
And then
fifth number
5.
Next number
8.
8, then
13.
13.
Then 21.
Close it full. So this number system is called Fibonacci number system. What is the speciality of this?
It's the two numbers before added together to make the third.
No, but what is special in that? You can make many such number systems. The speciality of this number system is everything in nature follows this series. Nose. How many nose?
1,
Ears.
2,
Fingers.
5.
It's all there, no? You take a flower and then count the number of petals. You take a leaf and then count the number of leaves. When you take a leaf, it's a branch, right? Take all the small leaves, count. It will be this number.
One of these numbers?
Nature, everything, and you have beauty contest. No? World beauty contest. How do they determine who is the beautiful? You want to see whether you are beautiful or not? This number system will help you. You take 1 by 2. Write the number 1 by 2 comma 1 by 2. 1 divided by 2. 1 slash 2. No? That's how you write 1 by 2. How do you say this? 1 slash 2?
1 divided by 2.
1 divided by.
Or 1/2.
1 by 2. We said don't divide it by, we will not say 1 by 2. 1 divided by 2. 2 divided by 3. 3 divided by 5. 5 divided by 8. What am I doing now?
Dividing the 2.
Next number. So here this number keeps on reducing. If you see the value of these numbers, it's all goes to one number, and that number is called golden ratio.
Like I learned in this book that like phi is universal. Like
It's what makes you beautiful if your face follows the golden ratio.
If this board which you have, the width to height, if you take a ratio, it will be a golden ratio. Mirror generally doesn't come as square, it comes as rectangle. You take the ratio, it will be golden ratio. So here what do? From your navel to feet to the ground, take the measurement, divide by your whole height. If that is coming to this ratio, then you are the most beautiful one.
Wait, what?
Take
your belly button to the ground and then you're divided by your whole height.
Now she's going to do it today. Eager to go back home. Right? This is a seminar which I gave during my college days. 35 years, 40 years back. Yeah, almost 40 years back. Fibonacci number system. What you can do is take some leaf, this, and then show that and get your measurement. So I am the most beautiful one as per Fibonacci number system. What, Ramya?
Hi.
Happy?
Yeah.
Why? You had chicken biryani for lunch?
Vegetarian.
Vegetarian chicken? Huh? Okay. So what do you want today? Icebreaker? You got it?
Oh, this is lip balm.
Icebreaker.
I can't break ice, but
Cheppandi. Cheppandi in Telugu means tell me. Cheppandi. Cheppandi.
You what?
ఏమి కావాలి చెప్పు.
Chapter.
ఏం కావాలి?
What do we want?
Book up.
It's my today.
So you didn't get your heavy book?
It's here.
No, for you. No. You don't want.
Was I supposed to get it?
No, I I'm pretty sure because
So today is math.
What maths you want?
Do you want to just go in order?
sure.
Passport to advanced math.
Decide and tell me.
I thought we just decided.
Oops. Go slip it in.
Did you guys do the Graphical number stuff?
Yeah.
Do you want me to do it?
Well, I did it at home, but then he did in the car, and then I got the rest. Did you guys do the teacher thing?
Yeah. A little bit.
I saw my brother's help.
Chapter 18, Passport to advanced math.
So did you ask your papa for your camp? What did he say?
He said, "Are there?" I was just asking. Are there any spots in the first one?
For you there is a spot if you want. Otherwise no.
Yeah. So if there's a spot, do we just go online and sign up?
Send him WhatsApp message to me.
Okay. Because I need somebody to drop me and be carpool. So because
She's coming?
she's coming for the first one. That's why.
Yeah. Her mother is a volunteer. She's a teacher there.
This got stuck.
Decided?
Yeah.
What?
Chapter 18, Passport to advanced math.
Passport to advanced math. What is advanced math?
It involves polynomials, rewriting expressions, quadratic functions, solving rational equations, exponential functions, expressions in radicals.
Take a new page. Advanced maths. Write few whatever terminologies you said, write all that. I am not teaching you all this. What am I doing?
Teaching us to learn.
Teaching you how to learn. Teaching is simple, but learning, it's your task.
Okay, so the first one is operations with polynomials.
One terminology, one technical term. What is that?
Polynomials.
Polynomials, right? Polynomials. Then, next one.
Rewriting expressions.
Next line, down. You can give a gap if you want. We're going to define all this.
Just expressions or
Next, what is the next word, technical term?
Expressions.
Expressions? Yeah.
Quadratic functions and quadratic equations. Is that
Quadratic
separate?
functions, quadratic equations. Write both. Functions you don't have to write full. Quadratic fn you write. Mathematics is always short terms. Equations you write eq. So functions and equations. Expressions. So many words, no? Then
Exponential functions,
exponential
equations, and
functions. Wherever function is there is an equation.
so do we have to write that twice too, or just once?
It's up to you. It's for you, not for me.
Exponential functions and what?
Equations.
Exponentials and equations of functions. Then
Radicals. Radicals.
radicals. Oh, so what you had? Curd rice? Puliyara? No rice? Chapati?
We ate out today. It's my mom's birthday.
See. And you came nothing in your hand. Mom's birthday. But mom's birthday, you must cook and give it to your mom.
He doesn't like big
equations.
birthdays.
Rational equations.
Rational. Irrational.
Relationships between algebraic and graphical representations of functions. What is that?
Algebra and geometry. Graphical representation.
Of equations.
Graphical
graphs?
representations. Graphs. Drawing. Graph. Put it in lines, dots.
Oh, systems of equations.
Systems of equations, yeah.
Function notation. Function notation.
Function notation.
Yeah.
Okay.
Complex equations.
Complex. Others are simple.
I don't know.
function
It's
notation.
like it's complex equations. I think they're like laws, like Graham's law. There's between like the kinetic energy, mass, and speed.
So it's physics?
Equations. Yeah, mostly.
So you're learning maths or physics?
Both physics and math.
Yeah. Then
That's it.
finished? That's simple. So how much is your confidence level on this? Right here. A number. Out of 100?
For all of these?
Total average. 10%. We'll add.
70.
Oh. It is 70 or okay. Good. 0? 65.32. So you know 65%. Very good. How much?
80.
80. It'll be 100 now. She want to be rich. 70%. Okay, now you tell me what is a relation? Relations and functions.
Relations and
So it's similar in functions.
I don't want similar, I want definition. What is relations and functions?
what do you mean relations and functions?
Yeah, it's not mathematics.
What are relations and functions?
You never heard?
No.
Ask Google.
Hey Google, what are relations and functions? And functions?
On the
or
website
and
purplemyth.com, they say, a relation is just a relationship between sets of information. Think of all the people in one of your classes and think of their heights. The pairing of names and heights is a relation. In relations and functions, the pairs of names and heights are ordered, which means one comes first and the other comes second.
Relations and functions?
Yeah.
Oh, I heard in functions.
Whenever there is function, there is a relation. So first relations. Right? Now the same example we'll take. For every individual there is a name, age, height. Is there a relation? There is a relation. How is the relation?
Name relates to age and the height.
Age and the height. So that's a relation. And what is the function? You can write height of, put the name there, and what number you get. When you write height of, that becomes a function. F of x. That's how you say, right? F of x is equal to y. The height of. Got it? So always in mathematics, relations and functions comes together. Now once you are writing f of x equal to y, f of x greater than y, I am saying all students of age more than one given age, 8 years, 9 years. What am I doing? Greater than or less than. So when you write functions, you write equal, it becomes equation. When you write greater than or less than, become inequalities. So relations, functions, inequalities. That's what you learn in which subject?
Algebra.
Algebra. Now, all the students who are 8, 9, 10, I am putting into x axis the age and y axis the height, and then I put a cutoff.
Geometry.
That's graphical representation. So I draw a graph like this, x-axis and a y-axis here, age here and height here. Right? So I want to say all above 7 years old. So I put a line here, identify who are all on top. So I am graphically representing it. Okay? So you have age here, height here, and each dot I will write the name. So easily I can segregate and then see who is taller, which age, who has grown more, same age, how many, who is the tallest. So I can see who is above and who is below, who is taller, who is not that taller, right? Whose age is more, whose age is less. Everything can be seen in a graph. Got it? The other day we did a data. You remember? Expenditure. So if I say, who are all the people who are spending more than 40% for cosmetics? So immediately that graph will tell. One beautiful girl spends more than 50%. No, she's not that beautiful. That's why she's spending more. Your interpret, why I am saying data is there, but your interpretation can be anything. So what do mathematics do? It will not interpret. It will give you data. It will give you relations and functions, equations and expressions. That's why all these terminologies are that only. Is there anything else? Then complex. What is complex?
A plus B with imaginary
Hmm?
numbers. With
No.
imaginary.
Is it imaginary number and all that in complex functions? No.
No, it's physics.
Yeah. See, what happens is, now assume you are in a linear way. It's not complex. But once it goes up and down, you don't know what to say. How is going to, your prediction of weather is a complex system. Every day 5 o'clock it is raining for last 3 days. Will you be able to say tomorrow it will rain at 5 o'clock? Why? There is no relation with the day and the rain. But assume you are growing in a uniform rate for last 5 years and your age is not above 18 years. Definitely we know that you are going to grow taller. So there is a relation and there is a function. Right? Sometimes you are not able to predict it. It is told as complex relations. You don't know what's going to happen. Weather is one example. Climate is one example. Where, what is the difference between weather and climate? When I am using words, no, catch me fast.
Weather is what's on a single day, and climate is over time.
Not a single day, on a short period.
Short period.
Today
I
and
think
tomorrow.
climate is like
We can
overall
predict
there is
weather.
a wet climate.
Climate is for a long time. So for last 100 years.
It's a tropical climate.
Yeah.
It's wet.
It's not time scale, it's mostly place. Weather in a given day it could vary. Climate, maybe in 100 years it will vary. We don't make a graph of 100 years variations in rainfall. That's a climate. 1 week rainfall is a weather. Yeah. So both are complex. It's not that simple. 1970s people were saying it's going to be cool. World is going to be ice, frozen. Everybody should start heating up their hands to survive. 1990s people said that it's going to be too hot. Both are complex. That's why it doesn't follow mathematics. Okay? Now you read. What does it say? Let us see. Do you think it increased now or decreased now? See, what happens in knowledge? You think you know, but then when you learn, do you know how many books will be there on relations and functions alone?
A lot.
Each book could be 500 pages and then 100 books will be there, relations and functions. And you say you know 80% of that. So in this text what is written, you may know 80%. So it's not the end. So what is advanced math? Keep on becoming advanced to advanced to advanced to advanced. When we were doing BSc, you are all learning set. What is a set?
Just a list.
Why
of-
just a list? Why the word just there? A list.
A list of numbers in math, but in other things, a list of objects, things, people, places.
You ask, define, what is set?
Hey Google, what is a set?
According to Wikipedia, in financial accounting, an asset is any resource owned by the
I want
business.
mathematics.
Hey Google, what is a set?
Definition of set. Ask definition of set.
According to Wikipedia, in financial accounting,
Hey,
an
Google.
asset is
Stop.
any...
What is the definition of a set? Hey Google, what is the definition of a set?
Just do set. Just
Yeah.
set.
Here's the definition of asset. A
Asset.
useful or valuable thing, person, or quality.
Set. Just definition of set.
set.
Hey Google,
That's it.
definition of set.
Here's the definition of set. Put, lay, or stand something in a specified place or position.
In math, it's a list of numbers.
It could be a list of numbers, it could be a list of people. All the students in your class forms a set. A set of students in a class. That's how we learned, right? So we also learned in our 8th grade. But graduation, BSc mathematics, when we learned many things in set, lot of problems, and there are 2-3 papers we have to learn 3 years. But then when we go to masters, the first thing what we learn is all that we learned about set is wrong. Set is undefined. You know decimal, a point in mathematics, right? Point cannot be defined. That's what we learn at the end. Give a paradox. You know what's paradox?
The opposite.
The definition of set what is given will become a great paradox. A village barber shaves those who do not shave themselves. So the set of people who are shaved by village barber is one set. Not shaved by village barber is another set. Will it be over? It's called a great paradox in set theory. Those people who are shaved by village barber is in one set. Those who are not shaved will become another set. The whole people will be divided into 2 sets.
Yeah.
True? Wrong.
Because one day they could shave, one day they could go to the
No. At least once if they shave by the village barber, those who do not shave themselves.
What if you just don't shave?
That means they are not.
Oh, you shave.
Right? But the question is, who will shave village barber?
Oh. What if he shaves himself?
Then he is not a barber.
What?
Because village barber shaves those who do not shave themselves.
Oh. He shaves himself. So he shaves.
Understood?
Yeah.
So that's why if given a set, you cannot define relations and functions carefully. Set doesn't exist. So the relations and functions are taught here for a greater concept called set theory later. You must know why you are learning this. The purpose is
To learn about
relations and functions in set theory. That was my project during my masters. When I did my MSc, I did a project on relations and functions in set theory. Not even that, you learned about what is derivative dy by dx. Velocity is distance changes with respect to time. So similarly, you have a relation and a function. So one side you have kids, other side you have parents. So relation is like x and y. The rate of change of x with respect to y, that is what is called dy by dx. Rate of change of speed with respect to time is velocity. As time changes, distance changes. Correct? That's why we define velocity. So we can define certain relations in one set to another set as you do in physics, in mathematics. Then we can show distance there. Whenever you talk about distance, it is called a metric. What's it called? Metric. Metric means distance. That's why the word meter came there. Metric. And in a set, you define metric. It becomes metric space. It will be metric space. In metric space, you define relations and functions. It becomes measurable distance. Then you can say with respect to t, how s changes. Therefore, you can talk about like velocity and acceleration we talk in physics, we can talk in mathematics, abstract mathematics. And these has lot of applications in neuroscience, graphic theory, learning patterns, biotechnology, operation research, optimization problem, business applications and all that. So this is a great subject. So when you are going for SAT, what they should check? Whether you have the base or not, because on which you are going to build, right? It's a very important subject. Relations and functions. Because what are going to be in this syllabus is what is going to be tomorrow's great development in science. So that they know you have interest in this. You studied this perfectly. Got it? Yeah. So it's the beginning, the start for a great journey, this chapter. Yeah.
Passport to advanced math questions include topics that are especially important for students to master before studying advanced math. Chief among these topics is the understanding of the structure of expressions and the ability to analyze, manipulate, and rewrite these expressions. These questions also include reasoning with more complex equations and interpreting and building functions. Heart of algebra questions focus on the mastery of linear equations, systems of linear equations, and linear functions. In contrast, Passport to advanced math questions focus on the ability to work with and analyze more complex equations. The questions may require you to demonstrate procedural skills in adding, subtracting, and multiplying polynomials and factoring polynomials.
See what beautifully the heading is given. They are not talking about advanced maths.
It's Passport to advanced math. It's what you
So
need to know
that
before.
makes you to qualify, right?
Yeah.
Beautiful heading. Yeah.
You may be required to work with expressions involving exponentials, integer and rational exponents, radicals, or fractions with a variable in the denominator. The questions may ask you to solve a quadratic equation, a radical equation, a rational equation, or a system consisting
What is the radical equation?
with the square root, like that's what radical is, right? With the square root and all. Hey Google, what's a radical equation?
On the website cliffsnotes.com, they say, a radical equation is an equation in which a variable is under a radical. To solve a radical equation, isolate the radical expression involving the variable. If more than one radical expression involves the variable, then isolate one of them.
What is radical?
It's square root, cube root, fourth root.
So what do you do generally? How do you get rid of this radical?
Put an exponent.
I
Raise it to the
Raise it to that.
same power.
Good.
The equations may ask you to solve a quadratic equation, a radical equation, a rational equation, or a system consisting of a linear equation and a non-linear equation. You may be required to manipulate an equation and
What is non-linear equation?
something that doesn't go in a straight line. So if it's
How the
bent,
expressions will be?
quadratic equation, like a
or
parabola, is
exponential
non-linear.
equation,
Curve,
quadratic
a bent,
equation.
like a square root equation.
See, you have two
Subtract.
parameters, say x and y. Y is equal to some expression in terms of x is a linear.
If
If
x
it is
an
square,
exponent,
it becomes
non-linear.
non-linear. And x and y get multiplied together. That also becomes non-linear. Yeah. X plus y whole square. You have x square plus 2xy. There is x and y coming together. So it's not linear. You cannot write in a line. Mx plus c. A linear equation will be of the form
Mx plus c.
mx plus c. M is the slope. C is the
Point
constant. How much it is lifted from the x-axis is what is c.
How come M stands for slope? Does it stand for something?
Yeah, it's a beautiful one. It's a beautiful question. Have you learned derivative?
I've heard the word. I forgot what it means.
See, this is an equation y is equal to mx plus c. What is dy by dx, you know? Y with respect to x will become m. This is the slope. So, if m is higher, m is too high, then this will become like this. C is constant, so this is c. So, y is equal to x equal to 0, x equal to 0, y will be c. At x equal to 0, y is c. Right? Suppose m is equal to 2. For 1, this will become 2. So 2, this will become 3 or 4. M is equal to 2. This will m is equal to 2. Correct? For 1 it is 2, 2 it is 4. So this goes like this. Fine? Say m is equal to half.
It will go long.
So 1 will become half here, 2 will become 2 by 2. 1 here. Fine? It was here and this will become here. And 3,
1.5.
1.5 it will become here. So the slope will be
1/2.
plus c is there, right? So I have to put here. So it will be, assume that c is equal to 0 here. So this will be like this. So this slope is like this slope is like this. Which is more slopey? This. So m is equal to high, m is higher, this represents slope. Say m is equal to 1. Then y will become x. So it will be exactly 45 degree like this. See, this is half, this is 1, this is 2. So the slope, how much it is tilted, is shown by m.
I'm just wondering why it wasn't like S or something. Why is it M like that? Does M stand for another word? Or just
That's how we, I don't know. Because generally we use x, y, z for variable. A, B, C for constants. So if you take the alphabets A, B, C, these are all constants. And X, Y, Z, etc. are all variable. So somewhere in the middle you should take slope. That could be the only logic, otherwise no, nothing. And n always represents number.
if you have like more variables, and do you like go backwards from X?
Generally it is done like that. Or we will put, if there are many number, polynomials and all, we will write x1, x2, x3, x4, y1, y2, y3, y4. z1, z2. Then what will happen if you have a 2-dimension? Suppose you have got 2 lines and I have to say this point to this point is connected. What do I write? x1, y1, x2, y2. But if it is 3-dimension, I have got one more dimension here. Then what do I do? z1, z2. Correct? So this is x-axis, y-axis and z-axis. That's how I put. Now you got, no? This is x-axis, this is y-axis, this is z-axis. Are you getting the 3D? X-axis, y-axis and z-axis. That's how you do.
Then this is Y.
Yeah. So that's polynomial. A11. And we don't write A. We write A11, B11, C11. It will be like a matrix. And once you write this, equations and functions, when you have many variables, it will be written as Ax equal to B. In A represents A11 up to ANM. NM or MN, and then you have x1 up to this, and this will be another matrix. So this is where your matrix will come, and this can be one set and this can be another set, and this is the function which represents, and this is the relation, and this is called the domain, and this is called the range. Got it? When we were students, when we were feeling sleepy, we used to take, you know, that till oil, kaduganna. In pickle you get an oil, right? Mm-hmm. For lighting lamp also you will use that oil. Mm-hmm. That oil will be written there, you can read. That's gently till oil. We pour it in our eyes.
What does that
So it will start irritating, so you can't sleep. That's how we keep ourselves awake. Otherwise, put our legs in water.
That doesn't let you sleep? That if you do that?
Or wash your hands and legs every now and then. It's equivalent to taking bath. Wash your hands and wash your legs every now and then. And wash your face. Anyway, washing face, you will have to wash your hands, right? You don't have a face shower at home. Do you have? There are face showers. Do you know this? In laboratory, it's must. In chemical laboratory. Chemistry, assume that some acid falls. What you
can't use your
You can't use your hands. It's burnt. So generally, they have a face shower. You have to go and stand there. It will So you should have face shower at home. Then you will not sleep. When somebody sleeps, no, automatically. That's what we do. When somebody sleeps, we take water and then pour it like this. And there is another great treatment which is called rubber band treatment.
Oh, you click the rubber band.
Yeah. Ask her to wear the rubber band and somebody can pull it and then release it. Dish, she has that. Raju already knows, yeah. It doesn't
That
affect
doesn't
you.
help me.
Because
I've tried
yeah,
it so many
use
times.
anything. Use anything for longer time, you will get used to that. That also will not help.
I tried that in school once, but that entire area.
All
become
these
red
are not
and-
required if you have interest. You play a lot of tennis or badminton.
Taekwondo.
All sports will make you feel sleepy.
Oh, that's probably why I feel so
I'm
sleepy.
sleepy.
I can't
Stop this one.
Especially all that anything which you use bat also will really feel,
How come?
Why?
because your whole body is jumping all the time. Right? You feel sleepy. Nothing wrong. And soon after lunch.
I just had
that's
lunch.
why.
Me too.
Big lunch.
Lunch is a big problem.
Is this why you shouldn't have college classes right after lunch? Or something?
Yeah.
But
I
you
thought it was
you will
even
not feel
something
sleepy if you eat less. You eat more, definitely you will feel sleepy. And the best thing is after food, you should sleep. So today you can all sleep. Peacefully. Ratisha will be sleeping here. Relations and functions. Okay, yeah. Now the best thing not to sleep is read. No, she cannot sleep. Yeah. We go on rotation. After one paragraph, give it to her.
Chapter 18.
Please enjoy. Let you all read. I'll hear.
Chapter 18. Passport to Advanced Math.
We read all
That's
that
all
already.
done. She was sleeping. Now we understood.
Wait. No. Still in the front of it here. Wow.
Your sleep is getting published on YouTube.
Yay, that's great.
Yeah?
I think we made it required. Yeah, we stopped.
She also don't know where she stopped.
Sorry.
Here. After nonlinear equation.
Leave it.
Ah.
Sorry.
You may be required to work with expressions involving.
Expressions.
Wait.
Dekho.
Oh,
See?
there was another part. Wait, which one?
We stopped at
Don't
nonlinear.
worry, you read. You're wasting
There
more
was
time.
another. You may be required to.
Yeah,
Okay,
there
you
was.
may be required to manipulate an equation in several variables to isolate a quantity of interest. Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Read the next paragraph.
Some questions in Passport to Advanced Math will ask you to build a quadratic or exponential function or an equation that describes a context, or to interpret the function, the graph of the function, or the solution to the equation in terms of the context.
Good?
Yeah, that's the paragraph.
Next.
Passport to Advanced Math questions may assess your ability to recognize structure. Expressions and equations that appear complex may use repeated terms or repeated
So when Raju asks you, did you get your passport? Passport to advanced mathematics? Yeah, I'm getting it. Okay?
By noticing these patterns, the complexity of a problem can be quickly simplified. Structure may be used to factor or otherwise rewrite an expression, to solve a quadratic or other equation, or to draw conclusions about the context represented by an expression, equation, or function. You may be asked to identify or derive the form of an expression, equation, or function that reveals information about the expression, equation, or function, or the context that it represents.
Passport to Advanced Math questions also assesses your understanding of functions and their graphs. A question may require you to demonstrate your understanding of function notation, including interpreting an expression where the argument of a function is an expression rather than a variable. The questions may assess your understanding of how the algebraic properties of a function relate to the geometric characteristics of its graph.
I was drawing something and immediately I was telling, right? The m is more or less. So looking at the graph, you know what is the slope.
Passport to advanced math questions include both multiple choice questions and student-produced response questions. Some of these questions are in the no calculator portion, where the use of a calculator is not permitted, and others are in the calculator portion, where the use of a calculator is permitted.
Why do somebody use a calculator when there is no calculation? Yeah, because calculators have got a lot of other things other than calculation.
I sometimes use it
You
to
got
check
formulas.
my
Yeah.
answers.
You have formulas there, no?
Really?
Logarithm.
I use.
You can also store many things inside that.
You can change it from like regular form to like real, unreal numbers form or something, and you can
Complex.
figure out like I to the 100th, and
Really?
Yeah.
You can do that?
I've done that on my graphing calculator.
You have tests. You use it. You have
I
tests
used
like
it
that
during
in
the
ninth grade.
set.
Oh yeah.
You can. They approved the calculators. And anyways, you can change the mode.
That is why they give you that.
But there are tests on that in
Yeah.
algebra 2.
Well, I mean, that's fine.
Yeah. When you can use a calculator, you must decide whether using your calculator is an effective strategy for that particular question. Passport to Advanced Math is one of the 3 SAT math test subscores reported on a scale of 1 to 15. Let's consider the content and skills assessed by a Passport to Advanced Math questions.
What's it?
Do the problems.
Oh, jeez. Okay. Operations with polynomials and rewriting expressions. Questions on the SAT math test may assess your ability to add, subtract, and multiply polynomials.
Poly means what?
Poly means many. Many.
I mean, that's why the word politics came.
Many opinions?
Tricks. Poly tricks.
Many tricks.
Example 1. In the equation above, b is a constant. If the equation is true for all values of x, what is the value of b? Open parentheses, x squared
Write down all fast.
plus bx
X squared.
minus 2, close parentheses, open parentheses, x plus 3.
Slowly.
Okay, go back. Open parentheses, x squared plus bx minus 2, close parentheses, open parentheses, x plus 3, close parentheses, equals x to the x cubed plus 6x squared plus 7x minus 6. What is b? Okay.
So what is to be done? You must find out.
So B.
Hmm?
We need to find B if
B.
all values of x can be used.
We need to get a pencil without an eraser,
Without? Why?
so that you will not make mistakes. You be careful. Yeah.
Just give me the pencil I gave you. I'll just use that. You still have that.
B 3 minus 2. Is 3 an option?
Oh, yes, 3 is an option.
Give me a second to finish this.
Try expanding that.
Again?
Expanding that. Expand the left side.
Expand the LHS, you call it LHS, left hand side,
So what
and
do you call it?
RHS,
What do you call it?
left hand side.
How do you what's the
Equation.
name?
Equation, whatever is written on LHS, this is called the LHS, this is called RHS.
How do you spell that?
LHS,
Oh.
short form. LHS.
Left hand side.
And RHS.
Yeah, it's 3.
Expand LHS, expand RHS, and then solve. That's it. You get a solution fast. Simple? Steps to advanced.
It is very advanced, but
It's you need to know this in for to get to advanced math. Yeah. You didn't expand the whole thing? Is that how you expand? What happened to all that? You just erased it.
It's fine, I'll rewrite it. I was just different things.
No, you have to multiply everything. Rabia, what did you do? What did you do?
No, I did.
You don't expand. You just multiply everything. Look, 3x squared into x. 3x squared.
Yeah, that's what I did.
Into
3x
three.
squared into...
And then where did the rest of it go?
Oh! I only did one. It's okay. I'm getting there.
And her eraser is not working, she got 2 more, so you will make more mistakes. If you keep lot of erasers, you will make more mistakes.
Okay.
Okay? No.
okay, so everyone done. Answer choices are
Wait,
2, 3, 7, 9.
It's okay, she's fine.
We want to expand this, and then we did this right. And then divide by 3. Or no, we can just divide by x. It's 3b plus b squared. Wait. Minus 3.
Hmm? 3x cubed plus bx, good job, plus 3b.
Would it be
2x.
b?
Is it minus?
Because of
Teacher?
Yes,
the
yes. Minus
square root is
b
minus
times x squared.
6. Good job. Why did you do this first time around?
X,
You know how to do it.
and then now we can just divide
Good
by
job.
Yeah.
3x.
Wait, now look at this. Look at this. So here it says 6x squared. What are the things that add? That's an
Right?
x squared.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's an x squared.
There.
I did an x squared. You
Alright.
only wrote x. 9x
Oh.
squared.
Itself.
Yeah. So here it's 6x squared. So all the x squared on this side must add up to 6x squared, right?
Don't look at those.
So then 9x
Look at
squared
3, wait.
plus bx squared.
Okay, bx squared
Plus
minus
3x
6 minus 6.
squared.
No.
those
that's
Forget about that.
cancel out,
Equals
Yeah.
6x squared.
You see
You
that?
know that.
Then
You already know that because
have
those x squared have to add up to
now
that
you
x squared.
have
Now if you
3x
divide
squared,
all by x squared, then
bx
just get rid of all the
squared,
x squared.
3bx.
Just get rid of all the x squared. You don't need to write that.
Start.
You're missing
9
something on this
plus
side.
b. 9 plus
I
b.
took
Just
out
get rid of all the x
x
squared.
to
No, you're missing something.
9
You're missing
plus
negative
b
2x.
equals 6. What is b?
Gotta go through the whole thing.
Are you?
I gotta write all my work down.
Oh, was it negative
So
3?
now
Then I
you
did
see
it
it?
wrong.
Yeah.
Oh, and
6
then I
and 6
can.
cancel out.
Wait,
You
is
have
negative 3 an
bx
option?
squared here and 3x squared. What is
Oh.
Can we see the answer choices?
2, 3, 7, and 9.
There's no negative answer.
I
Yeah.
did some. You did something wrong, or I did
It's
something
3.
wrong. I don't know.
It's 3.
No, see?
Oh, now
I wrote
see.
3 on mine. 3b minus 2. But oh no, it's 3 plus b.
I have it all in big
Something
numbers.
happened wrong. I don't know what. Sorry. We'll figure it out. What's
You
that?
got to
No, I'm trying something.
9x squared.
3 plus b. Oh, somehow that's a 3. There was no 3 there. You wrote the equation wrong.
This is right, but
No,
like,
she wrote the equation down wrong. There's no 3 in front.
Most of the problems in mathematics, the errors comes when you copy.
Yeah.
So make sure what you copy or what you do is it's correct.
I wrote that.
So what's the problem? X cube
Plus bx
plus bx
minus 2.
minus 2.
All in parentheses.
Yeah.
Into x minus 3.
Ah.
X plus 3.
X plus 3 is equal to
X cubed
x cubed
plus 6x squared
plus 6x squared
plus 7x
plus 7x
minus 6.
minus 6. What is B is the question? Okay.
We got b equals 3.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay.
Okay.
I know. No.
Not your fault.
There
The
we
equation
go.
was wrong.
Next. How is it explained the same way? Expansion, full
To
expansion?
find the value of b, expand the left-hand side of the equation, and then collect like terms so that the left-hand side is in the same form as the right-hand side. Yeah.
No, that's how it is done. Yeah. Okay. Next.
Questions may also ask you to use structure to rewrite expressions. The expression may be of a particular type, such as a difference of squares, or may require insightful analysis. Which of the following is equivalent to 16s to the fourth minus 4t to the second?
Oh, sorry. Can you say that again?
Which of the following is equivalent to 16s to the fourth minus
16h
16
S
S.
to the
Oh.
fourth.
minus 4 times t to the second?
16s.
40.
Can you say that slow?
16s to the fourth minus 4t to the second.
Thank you.
Wait, what did you?
What was it? A plus b squared.
See, generally we say 16 to the power 16s power 4.
You really need the answer for
Yeah.
this one. Oh,
What's it written? 16s power 4 minus 4t square. How do you read, Sanjana?
16s to the fourth
It's
minus
this
4.
Is it 4s squared plus 2t into 4s squared minus 2t?
4 times t.
That's a
So
4t
makes it-
squared.
Wait, you say 4t, doesn't it sound like 4d?
4 times 2.
Of the 4.
Yeah.
4
b.
4
Let's see.
You can divide 2 from it.
Pretty sure it's C.
squared.
Yeah. Wait, did I do something wrong?
Unless.
Wait, no.
No, it's B.
I know, it's just gonna be like 4 times 4 is 16.
Yeah. B.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Got it right without doing any work. I'm proud of myself.
See, the best possible thing in such case is, you write 16 as 16 is
4 squared.
2 power 4. 16 is
2 power 4.
2 power 4 and 4 is 2 square. So what is this? 2 power 4 as power 4 minus 2 power 2 t power 2. Finished. So 2 square minus 2t.
Do I read all the way to the
square.
Just read this.
Yeah, I know. Do I read this and this?
No.
So just a question. Do I just read our alternative?
So what are the options given is different right here? Oh.
I love that fake duck.
Where?
That one.
It's fake?
Yeah. It used to, when I lived here, it was also there every time I would go.
Maybe it's just dead?
It's just randomly sitting. It's fake. I used to live here years ago before Spruce Ridge was made.
Oh, the duck?
Is it raining?
And it used to still be there. For the longest time I wondered, was it real or was it fake? But if it's still here, then it's definitely fake.
Wait, is it raining outside?
Oh, yeah, it might be, I've seen it.
No.
So what did you get?
Then why are there people swimming?
Oh, no, it's not raining, it's just the water.
4
moving a
times
little
4
bit.
is to the second minus t times s to the second power plus t.
Is it B? Expand B and get what you want, whether you will get.
Oh wait.
Which one you got?
B.
Wrong.
I think I got the C when I wrote it down. I got 2s squared plus
is
t. Yeah, I got C.
You're not doing it?
I said C at first.
Yeah. I put C. Yeah, I put C. Wait, what's the right one?
C.
Got it? Generally, mathematics expressions will be a plus b, m, a square minus b square, a minus b into a plus b. We will never have different terms put into different brackets. That cannot be a good expression. So it has to be equal. See, this is like a 2a square minus 1, 2a square plus 1, 2a square minus t, 2a square plus t, right? Uniform. Otherwise the expression has, this itself is good enough. Why do you want to rewrite like this again? Complicated. You have to make it simple, no?
How could we use this in real life?
Hmm?
How could we use this in real life? Like,
Yesterday I was telling you, no? 42 into 38 multiplication.
yeah.
So you get some situations where you, this is not used as it is. What happens is, when you get a complex problem, you start deducing it, you will get expressions like this. What do you get? Assume you have a flow equation in which the flow is the square of the distance. It keeps on increasing as it falls, right? But at the boundaries, it's flowing through a pipe. So at the boundary, that means minus t distance here, the flow will be almost 0. Correct? So here what is it shown? Minus t. 1 plus t above minus t. At that it will be different. So you have to multiply and see what is the effect. So these are all, generally mathematics have got a symmetry. We look for symmetry all the time. Anything in this world, nature has got symmetry. Okay? Yeah. Next.
In the polynomial above, y to the fifth minus 2y to the fourth minus cxy plus 6.
Y to the power of?
Y to the power of 5 minus 2y to the fourth
To the power of 4. Yeah.
minus cxy, c times x times y,
Yeah.
plus 6x.
6x.
So y to the fifth minus 2y to the fourth minus cxy plus 6x. In the polynomial above, c is a constant. If the polynomial is divisible by y minus 2, what is the value of c? What?
Simple. Divided by y minus 2. You get the equation.
I thought you said something confusing.
How would the 2y, that's weird.
Divided by y minus 2 means what? You will get another expression which is a very good expression without any fractions and all.
Yeah, but it's a C. There's a
You will get.
Y to the fourth.
So this expression you must be able to write as y minus 2 multiply by something. That's what is to be done first. The above expression you write as multiplication of y minus 2 into something.
Into something.
Yeah. Equal to something else.
What do you do then? If it's
See,
like equal
this
to
will be
something
y
else?
minus 2 will be something multiplied by this will be
Just
something else.
Empty bracket.
Yeah. If you can find out this and this, you will get C in
Wait,
between.
what's that?
Hmm?
Oh,
You will have to find out these two. How can you change this into this sort of an expression? That's the question.
I tried the dividing polynomials thing we learned in algebra.
Wait, if
2.
those two are multiplied, then those two will equal that one, right?
Now with the whole expression will be equal. You can take this to this side, this to this side, you know. See here what you
This
can do.
unknown and this multiplied to be this.
Yeah, what you can do is, now here is only y minus 2. So you can always take all the y here, x here, negatives here, positives there, everything can be done, right? See, for example, this I'll tell you a clue I'll give you. See, this can be written as y power 4 into y minus 2. Done? Because
you
this
do
is
that
y
with-
power 5 to y. And here also you can do. How do you do this?
Yeah, and then you take it out like y4
Done,
and plus
done,
x
done.
something. Oh. Why? To the power 4. Okay. Why?
Is it because
Y
you can divide that? I
minus
mean, do that times y and then
And
the
then
y to the
this
third?
will be negative x and c will have to, okay, it'll have to equal y minus 2. So then you take out, for that to equal a minus 2, it's negative 3x. So then negative cxy.
See, here also you can write. I'll give you one more clue. Look at here. Minus cxy plus 6x. Okay? You can write this equation as y power 5 minus 2y power 4 equal to, this you can take the other side. So it will become cxy minus 6x.
Did you get?
You are taking this the other side. You are
Yeah,
making
yeah.
this into an equation.
Yeah.
Right?
Wait, how do you know this will equal that though? When oh yeah, you just
I'm
take
just
it.
taking it the other side. Right?
It's divided by
So this equals 0 right now?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how you should take. That's an equation means that's like 0. That's how you solve that equation. Now, or even if you put it here, what you can do now? You can write this as minus of, you see here, I can express like this. Minus of minus cxy minus of cxy minus 6x. Possible or not? Now I can take x outside. This portion minus x into cy minus 6. So cy minus 6 will be into minus y minus 2 straight away you can write, no?
I think C is 3. Wait, you take out 3.
Here itself you got the answer
Yeah, it's
actually.
3. It's 3, right?
Got it?
Yeah.
How?
I did it this way. I think this one was more easier for me, taking out the y4.
Yeah, this is y,
Yeah.
and here also you can take the same way.
So
Y
it's-
minus 2 out.
This one is
From here
y
take y minus 2
to
out.
the 4th power minus 3x
Yeah.
multiplied by y minus 2 will equal all of this.
And here also you can take y minus 2 outside.
Yeah, that's what I did.
What, Ratisha? What is the meaning of Ratisha?
Goddess of truth.
Huh?
Goddess of truth.
How?
I'm not sure.
What is the Riti means? Okay, finished. Next.
Wait, I didn't get how to get it.
You didn't?
She is going to teach.
I didn't get it
You should ask. Why you did not ask? So you teach her, you teach her. Let us see who does fast.
I didn't get it either.
You didn't understand?
Okay, so
She's
you
going to
know.
teach.
So you know this. I'll write it.
So one clue is good enough, what I gave you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is enough.
That
for me.
clue is good enough.
Let's switch seats so that just
Yeah.
for now. So that
She's going to give you that clue. Shift.
okay, I'll go.
You get promoted now. Ultimately, you get promoted out.
We'll switch you the closest.
Closest to be out.
Y to the 5th power minus 2y4 to the 4th power. Sorry, that's a 4. To the 4th power minus cxy plus 6x. So for this, you know that you can take y minus 2 out, right? So take this portion, just this front part. You can take out y to the 4th power. You get y minus 2.
Why are you
which
taking
is-
y minus 2?
Because
That's a question.
And then
How'd you get y to the fourth though? Oh, it's because you
you take out just that portion. And then that portion, see what you can take out to make it y minus 2. And then you can make it see y fourth into whatever, into y minus 2, which is what it is. Because it's y
And you
minus
do
2
here
into
also.
something
You
equals
do
that.
here also.
Do you get what I mean?
No.
You have to say it slower because you're just like,
I'm bad at explaining.
No, don't say that. You are good in explaining. Yeah, that's how you should start.
So, and then you have to take this portion. So from this portion, you have to get a y minus 2.
No, pull back. Pull back.
Pull back. Okay, to
Go
what?
back to the beginning.
This part. Do you understand how I got this?
No.
No?
You
So
write yourself.
this
then you get it.
beginning part, y to the 5th power minus 2y to the 4th power, right? I just took out a y to the 4th power out of that, just randomly. Just took out a y to the 4th power. What do you get? Y minus 2. Right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
See, you look at it. Where is y minus 2 here? There is a y minus 2 within this. And you have to take it out because you are going to divide with that. Therefore, you get y power 4. Y power 4 into y minus 2 will be that. And now here you should get a y minus 2. Do you have a y minus 2 here?
Yeah.
Where?
it's the y and the 6x.
Yeah, this 6x and cx, right? So if you take y minus 2, this will become cx minus or plus 3x.
Minus 3x.
Plus 3x.
So you have to take a minus cx.
Minus c, minus, correct? So because there is a minus here. So you write accordingly.
So
So this will become
cx into y minus 6x. Now some
I want y minus 2 here.
you want y minus 2 there. So that
Because x is already
yeah.
here, cx is
This
there.
is divided by cx. So negative 6x over cx has to equal 2 because you want a 2 there, right?
That's
so
done.
then you cancel that. Negative 6 over c has to equal 2. 2c equals negative 6. C is equal to negative 6 over 2. C is equal to negative 3. But you can do that with shoulders.
This is not minus, this is minus 2 is this,
Yeah,
y minus
but
2.
the
So
minus.
this is not minus.
How
That's
did
where you went wrong.
you know what to see equals
Got it?
6?
Got it?
Okay. So
See, there is a great mathematics which you should understand. It's always easier to learn from your peer groups. From a master, it's not that simple. So if any one of you can get it, then you must teach the other person. It becomes simple. So your aim should be to get from me
think
first.
I understood the last part.
I got it.
You
Got it?
Wait, so
Yeah, now you
wouldn't
explain
it
to
just
her.
be y minus
Here.
Now you explain to her.
Did
Let
you
us
get
see.
it? Which part did you not
just
get?
this last part?
The last
like
part.
this
Like,
part.
How did you get
When
from
I-
y minus
You
6x?
can't really,
Like, how did
when
you get
first
from
separate it,
cxy to
you
that?
can't,
Okay. So we know that.
get
Do you
the
do you
negative
understand
2
that
yet,
if
because-
I have it this way, then it becomes like y
So
to the
then
4th
first
power
thing to
minus
do is
cx
y minus
into y
6x.
minus 2.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So basically, why am I
Then
trying
the 6x? You haven't taken the cx out of the 6x.
why am I even trying to get
6x
into that? Why am I trying to
So
get
you
it into
need
this
to make
format? Because I know
6x
that
into 2,
y
right?
minus 2
and you haven't taken the cx
into
out of
some
the 6x.
blank
Wait, so
entity
you need to make 6x
has to
into
equal
2?
this entire
No.
number.
You haven't taken
This entire number.
the cx is taken
So
from
a
the
y.
That has
It
to be
hasn't been taken
So-
out from the
See,
6x.
this
yet.
clue gave you a lot of idea,
So you
right?
divide it by
That's it.
6.
That's how you should look at maths.
Just
Yeah.
6x.
That's what somebody is looking
Negative
for.
6x divided by cx equals
So
2,
I'm
because
trying to
we
find
need
out
2.
this portion.
Mm-hmm.
And
So
for that, I
you
have to
solve
take
it
a y out
and
of
then
2
I
out
get
of
6.
each portion
And
of
then
this
C would
equation.
get 6.
I already took a y minus
C
2 out of
equals
here.
negative 3.
Now I have to take a y minus 2 out of there. How do I do that? Now, this is a variable. Let's just try to turn this into a minus 2. How do you turn it into a minus 2?
Do this.
Do what? Well, how? No. Just look at this portion. How do you turn a 6x into a minus 2?
Get rid of it. You like,
Divide stuff. What do you divide?
Yeah.
What do you divide?
you divide
You have to turn 6x into minus 2. How do you do that? You divide by x
x,
and
cx.
no. How do you turn a 6x into a negative 2? You have to divide by x. What else? Yeah, you have to take out an x. So in the parentheses, there's a 6x.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, well, there's supposed to be a negative 2. What do you take out of a cx to make a negative 2? X. Because there's no x in the negative 2.
What else do you take out? 6 divided by what equals -2?
Okay.
6
Here,
divided...
so-
exactly. Wait,
Yeah,
one
yeah.
more.
No, she's going
Negative
to
4.
explain. Yeah.
Okay, so in this equation, you get to here, right? Cx times y minus 6x. Have you taken the cx out of the 6x yet?
No.
You haven't taken the cx out of the 6x yet, right? And you get -2.
Mm-hmm.
So to get -2, take the cx out of the 6x.
Mm-hmm.
You end up with -6x over cx, and you have to make that equal 2.
Mm-hmm.
Then you do all that,
Mm-hmm.
c equals -3.
Okay. Got it.
It's -3 is not correct. It's 3.
Oh, it's 3.
Because mine, it's
Oh, yeah.
2 is equal to 6x.
Anyways, Radhika said -6.
Hey, don't blame it on me.
I'm blaming it on you because you
Stop.
explained it to me. So
Yeah?
I'm explaining it wrong to other people. But it's on you.
Turn it
There is
into
a
your own
saying.
thing. Don't copy paste.
Grantham moonu pagartidil muhurtam mootramayidu. You may not understand, but your parents will understand.
What is that?
Grantham moonu pagartidil. Copy from one book to another book to another book to another book. I told you, you told her, she told her. So it's 3 times copied, right? When you copy, muhurtam. What is muhurtam?
Mistakes.
Oh, it's like the time.
Auspicious time.
Yeah.
It's called a muhurtam. That will become mutram. Mutram is urine.
Oh yeah, I know that one.
So
Auspicious
somebody
time.
writes muhurtam 3 times. It will become.
Okay. So you have to change it every time you write
No,
it?
you should consume it and then ask questions. Don't agree. See, what I'm trying to do here, if I tell you something, you will say, yeah, I don't want that. I want you to argue. See, now you learned it, right? Understood? Yeah. Chores. Sleep gone. Gone? How do you know? Hold your fingers like this. All of it. Hold your fingers like this. Take a deep breath. Stretch it up. Sleep will go. She was doing it every now and then. Yesterday. Yesterday also you were feeling sleepy. And you were doing this, but she was doing. Nice to see the video after that. While editing, I keep on looking at it. And what she does? Anyway, I have not seen that. That's why I did it. And she puts her hand inside. And hold it like.
That's why I brought the jacket today.
What I will do is only these portions I will clip together and then make a video. I am teaching monkeys. Correct?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Wanna switch back?
Next. Want to finish? Yeah. This many books in 1 week.
Yeah, I'll get
20
demoted
days.
again.
4 days over.
I'll get promoted.
Why you want to shift ahead?
I got demoted.
It's your turn to read anyway.
Yeah, read.
That's my turn.
No problem. You read.
She did.
I just did.
Okay.
Okay. Forgot my book.
Quadratic functions and equations. Questions? Quadratic functions.
What is quadratic?
It's a square root.
Saying right on the
Ax squared plus bx.
Why quadratic? Quadrant, you heard? The word quadrant?
It's in 4 quadrants.
Yeah, 4 quadrants. Quadratic equations.
And functions and equations. Questions in Passport to Advanced Math may require you to build a quadratic function.
Why do you say 4 quadrants?
Because they're...
There are 4 in the
2
graph.
lines join there, right?
Yeah.
So it's not 1, 2. That's why the word 2. Yeah. Ask what is the meaning of quadratic. Let us see. Definition.
Hey Google, what's the definition of quadratic?
Here's the definition of quadratic. Involving the second and no higher power of an unknown quantity or variable.
So 2.
Two squared.
2 unknown quantities. So 2 lines come and join. It could come in any direction. Right? It touches each other. They are not parallel. They are not equal.
They're perpendicular.
They are not necessarily perpendicular. Perpendicular is 90 degrees.
Yeah.
Quadratic can be like this
Intersecting.
also.
Oh.
Somewhere it's that means they are not equal. Non-equal. Yeah. Why am I doing it? You should have this habit of asking questions. No? Don't leave any word without asking questions. Yeah.
A car is traveling at X feet per second. A car is traveling.
This got life now. Yeah. This got a lot of interest to come towards me. It's jumping to me. Yeah.
A car is traveling at X feet.
X feet.
X feet per second.
Yeah.
ये क्या car है? It goes like this or what? Not necessarily. X can be any number. Huge number, right?
1265.
Why? That's your date of birth. Great grandfather would have taken birth. Eh?
It's a random number I made up.
Okay. No, but why 1265?
I know.
Why not 100, 200, 300? Okay. 6 feet per. This is how feet is written, right?
Yeah.
Sure?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Inches is 2.
Per second. Yeah. See, this is how I learned. Eh?
It says X feet per second.
Okay. Not 6. X feet per second. Yeah.
The driver sees a red light ahead, and after 1.5 seconds, after 1.5 seconds reaction time, the driver applies the brake. After the brake is applied, the car takes an X over 24 seconds to stop. During which time the average speed of the car is X over 2 feet per second.
That is.
What's this? It went like this. If the car travels to 165 feet, from the time the driver saw the red light to the time it comes to a complete stop, which of the following equations can be used to find the value of X?
Read the entire thing again.
I don't like this.
If you are inside this, you will not be alive to get the number.
Read the entire thing again.
Okay. A car is traveling at X feet per second.
You also write.
I don't like this type of problem. The driver sees a red light ahead, and after 1.5 second reaction time,
So reaction time is there.
the driver applies the brake. After the brake is applied,
What a poor driver, yeah. 1.5 seconds, not immediate.
after the brake is applied, the car takes X over 24 seconds to stop. During which time the average speed of the car is X over 2 feet per second.
Average speed of a car.
Why are you
Is
crying?
X over
Don't
2.
worry, car will stop.
Car is X
Over
over
2 feet per second.
2 feet.
After it stopped.
Yeah.
Before it goes to complete stop.
No, yeah. In the X over 24 seconds, it takes during the reaction time, that's
Oh.
X over 2. If the car travels 165 feet from the time the driver saw the red light to the time it comes to a complete stop, which of the following equations can be used to find the value of X? I don't like this.
Simple. So interesting, yeah.
I think we should
See the
all
distance.
just say the car crashed.
Distance. Distance divided by time is equal to velocity. You write down that. That's a basic equation. Distance generally is d or s? Yeah. D divided by t is equal to speed, right? Now here the speed is given. What is the average speed?
X over 2 feet
X over 2. So you can write x over 2
is equal to the distance
equal
is
to
165.
distance is 165.
The speed is
Second is given, time is given, x by 24.
Oh yeah, X by 20.
But
But
plus
Putting in
1.5 second also, no?
the 1.5 is the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, this plus 1.5.
What's
I forgot you can write it like that.
Yeah, this is because he did not respond immediate, no? 1.5 second he took.
He's a bad driver.
But that would go in the time part, no?
Yeah, that's
plus
that.
down there.
Yeah. But no, during that time he did not travel. So what is to be done? You write t is equal to, you change the formula. T is equal to ds. Got
Wait,
it?
then did I write the equation? No? Then it would be d over s, right?
See, Yeah, T is equal to D over S.
D over like velocity mean? Is S speed?
S is the speed. Okay. Generally, we write velocity V is equal to S by T. Speed and velocity, what's the difference?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Speed. Speed is.
Speed is?
Speed.
Fast.
Speed is distance over time, but velocity is distance over time with direction.
Good girl. What a great girl.
Direction?
In mathematics, it is called, one is vector and another one is scalar.
Yeah.
Speed is a scalar, no direction.
Scalar. I've heard that.
It's only value.
What is it?
Scalar.
Scale.
It has only value, no direction. Generally, when velocity is given, you have to tell which direction. Good girl. You're Google girl or what?
No.
Do you know there is a Google girl and Google boy in India?
What's that?
Really?
Yeah.
What
I
is
usually
that?
know everything.
You go and find out, yeah. Google boy of India. He will not speak Hindi when he was in 7th grade or so. Now he must be around in 10th grade.
Why did he not speak Hindi?
Because he was from a rural India and he knows geography. You ask anything on this world on geography, he will immediately
Is
answer.
that why he's called Google Boy?
That's why he was called, and he was even interviewed by Amitabh Bachchan and all that.
Only because he knows about geography?
Geography is fantastic. And there is another Google girl, eh?
Only geography?
Only geography. But you ask anything in geography, what is the population of America? He will tell you this many times more population in India, therefore this must be this much. And if you ask, Indiana, which are the states nearby, he will tell. You ask which are all the rivers running in so and so place, he will tell.
How?
Everything he knows because his grandfather was teaching him all the time through maps. The grandfather will always sit beside and then tell this is what it is. And they are from a very poor family. It's a beautiful video. I used to show this to children to, motivate them to study. And the beautiful video is there for a 2-year-old girl who is telling all the countries and its capitals.
Oh, I think I watched that.
It's very simple. If you think that you want to learn, you can do that. You will see that and then see, if they can do, why not me? Got it? You must do that. Yeah. Now you got a lot of clue.
Still good.
The problem is solved. Try. A given clue.
Don't we just need to find the equation?
I don't
Do it,
understand
beta.
plus I still don't understand the
What
plus
am I supposed to
1.5. Where does the
solve
1.5 come into this? I got the distance, I got the speed, I got the time. I don't know where 1.5
What is the
coming.
question? You read again, then you will know.
T plus D.
Which of the following equations can be used to find the value of x?
What is x?
X is the feet per second.
You don't have
X
to
is the
go
feet
forward.
per
X,
second.
x
So
is the
enough-
speed
no,
per
you don't
second.
have
And
to.
before that, what is it run?
There's enough room.
Before?
What is it? Is there in the equation 1.5 coming?
No.
The options?
None of these numbers are coming in the option.
No, numbers will not come because you are going to solve it.
It's just the equation for x. So it's like x squared plus 48x minus 3900.
It will come. You start solving it, you will get it.
Oh, wait, where do I put the 1.5? Is it plus 1.5?
Think.
You don't even do this right.
I don't know, I'm confused.
Yeah, I did. I wrote it.
Okay.
Just like,
Again start as a fresh. Don't confuse.
are you drawing?
The time is x over
She is drawing the
24.
car. The first thing what she does is, this is the problem of a car and she loves drawing. So what she does is, first she will draw a car. How the car is drawn, no? In our childhood we draw car like this.
I did that.
What type of car is that?
This is the old Impala car. See? And he'll say 2 people are sitting there and he'll also put down.
See, I
Draw
drew.
this.
I drew a car. This is my car. I drew a car, and then I put X is the
I made the
speed.
road.
What road?
This is the
Yeah,
road.
sit down. Do it.
But I need to see the answer choices, so I'm doing it wrong here.
Don't see the answer.
So you just solve this equation?
I don't know.
165.
Solve it and then see what happens.
Where did
First
you get
solve
the
it.
equation from?
No, you first solve this. You solve this. You get an equation, no?
Okay.
Now what did you get?
X times X divided
No,
by
t is equal to d by s you got, right? Solve it. You see what you are getting. Let us progress.
165 feet over seconds? How many seconds were t over x
I
over
didn't even add the time, the one, I don't even
From
need
when
that.
he saw the red light to when he stopped, there's no.
We're just gonna change the question.
The last
That's the
sentence
one
you read.
The reaction doesn't count. Oh,
Right.
it's during a 1.5 time. But then where's this x over
No, you
24?
read this. No, if the car.
Oh, so you at the end you had a 1.5.
See, that is what I'm saying.
Ah.
You read that last sentence, you will get where it to be
Yeah.
used.
Sorry.
Read.
If the car travels 165 from the time the driver saw the red light to the time it comes to a complete stop, so right after he saw there was a reaction time, which is randomly at the end you add a 1.5.
So therefore, this distance. Where is
Can I
that?
ignore this for now
no,
and
better.
then
Yeah,
do that?
that you can ignore. But then 1.56 second, he drove on what speed?
X feet
X
per
speed.
second.
That is to be added.
The speed, the x feet over second also?
Yeah, because what is that? Distance is equal to.
Oh, we need
Right,
distance
distance is
for
equal
that.
to. Distance is equal to. Right, distance is equal to.
Distance is equal to
Speed by
into time.
into time. So the speed at this place was how much? X. And what is the time? 1.5 second. So he drove 1.5 x distance from the time he saw, because after 1.5 second only he applied brake.
Here also we're trying to find the distance, right? What are we
Yes.
trying to find? I'm so
No, from here you will get distance, no? Here also you get distance.
Find the value of x. What is x?
No,
X is
you
speed?
get the distance also here.
Oh. X is the feet. X feet per second. X is the feet.
Yeah.
Oh.
No, x is the x is the speed.
But it's x feet per second, but x is
X is the speed. X feet per second. 3 kilometer per hour. No, don't say that it is confusing. Then it will be confusing.
Okay.
We are going to figure it out, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go.
Now you got it?
Yeah. So multiplied by 2.
What happened?
Divided by 2.
I got, I have this equation right now because I solved that.
12.
And I'm
160
doing that right now.
is equal to
Wait, this is what I have so
Huh? Something.
Tell me. How did you get it is more important than the answer.
Huh?
I'm not worried about answer. I want to know how did you get it.
Okay,
How did I
and
get
then-
it?
oh, okay, no.
T equals
What happens is
165
that
over x over 24.
okay,
plus
so it becomes this
1.5,
right
and
because
like
you multiply 2.
you
160 if
multiply
you
it by the
this 2
reciprocal, which
over
is
1.
and then
So it'd
yeah.
be wait,
3960 over x plus 1.5.
You got it?
No.
Okay.
Okay.
you know what?
Wait, did you do this also?
No,
in
did
this
you
case if
understand the
multiply-
logic?
No, because if I try to
So-
solve for x, if I multiply this by 2 over x, then the x's cancel out, then how am I
So
supposed
this
to
is-
find
No,
the
you
x?
don't want to
Solve for
cancel
time.
it.
Then what
Right?
are you
Time
trying to
equals
What are you trying to
distance
do?
over speed.
At that, after this much
So
time,
then,
the
to
speed
solve
is
for
0.
time, the distance you have is 165 feet.
Yeah, because you stop. Okay. Yeah.
Stop the car. So
65.
what are you going to do? You make a formula
Oh, I thought
of how is it drawn
Over 1.5?
during that time.
No, not over
X.
1.5.
Read
over
again the
x
question.
Over 24. Because that's the part we want to know.
X over.
Listen carefully. She's going to read the question again. Yeah.
A car is traveling at x feet per second. The driver sees a red light ahead, and after 1.2 reaction time, the driver applies the brake. After the brake is applied, the car takes x over 24 seconds to stop, during which time the average speed of the car is x over 2 feet per second. If the car travels 165 feet from the time the driver saw the red light to the time it comes to a complete stop, which of the following equations can be used to find the value of x?
I drew it out.
So here you can get the distance because velocity was x over 2 and the time was x by 24. You get the distance. Because velocity is given, time is given, gets here. And here you get velocity and time, you can get the distance. And that is given as how much? 165. So you write a formula for that. You are not going to solve it because x will be there everywhere.
Wait, would this be speed or velocity since no direction was given?
Actually, velocity or speed doesn't matter, no? Okay. And here, S is equal to Vt. Velocity into T. That means x by 2 into x by 24 is the first distance. And here also you'll get
X by 2.
1.5. X will be this value. Distance. So add both, you get 165.
Plus 1.5 x.
So x square by 48 plus 1.5 x plus, or this is equal to 165. If you solve this,
so
you
the
got the answer.
reaction time plus the distance in that breaking equals the full 165 feet.
That's it.
Which, because it travels that much.
Now read.
Okay, now I get it.
You'll get an
That's
explanation.
exactly what I wrote.
You got it?
No, but I'm.
Okay. So you're
Who drives your car at home?
Mom and dad and
Ask
brother.
both of them. They will tell you.
Three of them.
Ask them.
Now what?
Don't react when the red light is seen.
On these
1.6 second, you ask them. Now react.
Oh, is this x?
So practically you can see the maths there.
1.5.
no, only
And then
decrease your
what?
speed by this much.
Solve?
Yeah.
We
Read.
solve for x.
Wait, is this correct?
I'm
Let
not
us see.
done though.
Do
Do you multiply everything by 4?
What you should get is an equation, right? What is it asking? What is it asking? Get an expression.
Yeah.
Correct? So it will be
48.
in quadratic.
24 and that's
Because if velocity is in x, I'll tell you the basic rule. If velocity is in x, okay? Learn, beta. If velocity is in x, definitely the expression will have x square term. Because it's not linear.
Wait, I'm getting up till the x squared plus 72x.
Don't
But
wor-
I forgot to multiply by 48.
Yeah, don't worry about equation. Now you read the logic, you will get
I
it.
got it. Okay. During the 1.5 second reaction time, the car is still traveling at x feet per second. So it travels a total of 1.5 x feet. The average speed of the car.
1.5x. Yeah.
The average speed of the car during the x over 24 second braking interval is x over 2 feet per second. So over this interval, the car travels x over 2 into x over 25 equals x squared over 48 feet.
Done?
Yeah.
See?
Yeah.
Yeah, next.
Since the total distance of the car travels from the time the driver saw the red light to the time it comes to a complete stop is 165 feet, you have the equation x squared over 48 plus 1.5 equals 160.
I told you, no?
Yeah.
If you solve it, you will get it.
Yeah. The quadratic equation can be written in standard form by subtracting 165
Got it?
from each
How
side
did you
and
get this?
multiplying each side by 48.
You got or not?
Yeah, I got it. You multiply these two.
Wait, what's 165 times 48?
And then that'll cancel out the seconds.
Don't. Why did I teach you all these multiplication techniques?
But that's 2 digits. This
Very
one is
simple.
3 digits.
165 into 50 is how much? You know how do I do? 165 into 50, how
I
much?
don't know.
165 into 100 is how much?
1650.
100, double zero.
165.
See, I'll tell you how do I do this.
Yeah.
Okay, 165 into 48 is what I am supposed to do.
Yeah.
How do I do it very fast? Into 100 is how much? 1650. Into 50 will be half of this. So it will be 250 and 8.
8250.
And I have to multiply only 48, but I multiplied 50, I got this.
Yeah.
So 165 double is how much? 310.
Yeah.
10 or
I don't
150 is 300, 15, 330. So I will minus 330 here.
Wait. Oh,
0,
wait,
2,
please call it.
9, 7, 7920.
7920. That's D. Which is right. That's it.
How do we get 72x?
Oh, okay. 50 minus 2.
So this is how I do very fast.
You can do that in your head.
I can do it in my mind.
So any multiplication we tell you, you can do it.
I told you, no, the other day we taught some methods. They didn't tell you this trick.
Oh,
They're too conjuice. All these I taught them.
They taught us with 2 digits.
Now you give biryani one day and then call all of them chicken biryani.
No.
Then you don't eat it, but you give them.
No, we can't touch.
I mean, don't touch, cook.
You can't cook. You can bring
Then
it.
get parcel.
You can't bring it into the
Apna
house.
bazaar. Then give it in the yard outside. Somebody or take them to park or take them to Apna bazaar.
I'll take them to Abnaz and they can buy it.
Yeah,
Themselves.
then
They
buy
can eat
it,
it
yeah.
themselves.
Or give them money.
No, it's okay. They can get
$11
they can get
$11
it themselves.
buffet there.
They can get it themselves.
Yeah. 7-9.
Oh, the tandoori chicken.
Got it?
Is really good.
You understood?
Yeah.
Simple, no? Yeah. So now you understood. This is an English phrase being explained in a paragraph.
Yeah.
What did you do? You converted English into mathematics. If you don't understand this English, you will not be able to write equation. So what is mathematics? Writing English in equations is mathematics.
And in the poem thing, we wrote the equation also.
That's it. Some problem?
No.
All fine? Very good.
I got it.
Good, good.
After a long.
Simple, no? Don't think that no, it's difficult, it is complicated, it's very tough. All that should go now.
As soon as the speed and the stuff comes up, I immediately.
No, that's
my
very
brain goes off.
simple.
Oh my God.
Only one formula. When there is a speed, time, distance is given.
Speed is equal to distance.
Speed is equal to distance into time. No? Distance divided by time.
Yeah.
How'd you get 48?
Right? And use it.
48.
So it's only logic. That's what I'm saying. It is neither maths nor English. It's the logic.
How do you make your logic better?
That is better because you keep on doing it. Discuss. Logic will not come when you start reading yourself. Discuss. And you are trying to explain to somebody else, they will question you. That's why I'm not giving you the answer straight. I told you this is the clue. Then gradually I am giving you the answer. Right? Here also I didn't solve, I told you. Now you get it. So if you could understand this, then it is maths. Up to here it's not maths, it's logic. So maths is less, logic is more. Calling? Done?
No.
What time you have to go?
4 o'clock?
2 to 4, right? Who's picking up?
I don't know. Probably now if they're coming.
Probably start.
What's the time now?
2:44.
45.
Oh, so fast.
15 minutes.
Are we
Okay.
gonna go over what we were supposed to do yesterday?
Hmm?
Are we gonna go over what we were supposed to do yesterday?
Where?
Vivekananda.
The Swami Vivekananda.
You went?
Went?
Oh,
No, we did the homework,
well, tell me.
we had to capture
Vivekananda came to Chicago
on
on
September.
11th September.
See, 11th
1893.
September is very famous in America. Whatever happens, it happens 11th September. Yeah.
1893.
1893.
1893.
He was 30 years old. He
He
was
died.
39 when he was.
Yeah.
He died July 4th, 1907, and he predicted that he would die before he was 40, and his predictions were right.
How did
His
he
predictions,
predict that?
most of the things.
How did he predict that?
Who knows? He's just. But he also predicted India's.
Indian
Yeah,
independence,
by
yeah?
50 years.
You loved it? Reading about him?
Yeah.
And he died because one of the blood vessels in his brain ruptured.
No, he had throat cancer also.
Yeah.
And his presence of mind was great. One day he was traveling in a train. There are a lot of stories about Mahatma Gandhi's travel in train, but very less people speak about traveling experience of Vivekananda. He was
What was about Mahatma Gandhi?
Mahatma Gandhi. He was thrown out of the train because he was a black. And English people don't like him, and such things were said. But Vivekananda was in a train, and some white lady came and said, vacate, this seat is mine. There is no reservation actually, because he's a man from India. They don't want him to sit there. So he acted as if he cannot speak and then hear. So one lady is shouting, he said. So not in the first instance. She started shouting. I said, I'm going to complain to police if you don't vacate. Everything is over. He said this. Right? And then he asked, write and give it. So he wrote everything. If you don't vacate, I will make a false case against you. You will be thrown out of the house. Then putting in the pocket, he said, now if you can, you file a case.
Now what?
Yeah, he spoke.
Oh.
Because he got a proof that these are all false, right?
Wait, what did he say?
She wrote and give it.
Yeah.
After getting it in return,
Hmm.
he said, now if you can, go and file a case.
So she said, I'll
I'm not going to vacate this place.
Oh, false case on your own.
Understood?
Yeah.
So that's the presence of mind of Vivekananda.
Wow.
That's smart.
He was a very smart man. And somebody, he came to Chicago, Rockefeller. Write the name, Rockefeller. If you did not get that, you must read about Rockefeller, because he's a person from Chicago. Chicago, there was a great man called the Rockefeller. I think it was in Chicago only. Anyway, he's in India. I mean, he's in America. And Rockefeller went to him and then gifted. Last time I came, I gave a speech in the church. And the topic was gratitude. For India people, we have different type of gratitude. Here, the gratitude is different. In Eastern philosophy, gratitude is different. And how was that? It was when Rockefeller gave a lot of gift, because he's a Swamiji. Rockefeller is a rich man. No. To Swami Vivekananda, he gave a lot of money. And generally when somebody give you money, what do? Say thank you. But Vivekananda did not thank you. He just took it, keep it. That's it. So he felt offended. Why this man is not even giving me a thanks for this much money I give? Then he said, why did you give this money? He said, for you to spend. For what? To do social service. Because Swamiji doesn't require money. He spent it for society, right? So I have to say, assume one of the social service giving food to others. So what should I do with this money? I have to go to market, get items, cook, and then feed somebody. So along with this, what are you giving me? Lot of job. For whom? I am serving you. So who should thank whom?
He should thank Swamiji.
So he said, along with the money, give thanks also. And then I will take it. See, this is a great concept, right?
Yeah.
Nobody generally thinks like this. So he was a man who can think entirely different. Now you all read about Vivekananda. You know how do I learn about Vivekananda? This is a graph for me. When I read about Vivekananda, you wrote all this. Now I am a mathematician. So what is history for me? History is a graph. Got it?
Travel to India.
Somebody died. Ramakrishna died. He was doing BA and then he took birth here. His death was here. And this much time he was with whom, where he went. I can keep on adding everything here. You understood? 1903 he was in West America.
Then he came back.
Got it? So I just want a rough. Now I want more, I can add here, right? So for me, all readings will turn into mathematics.
Do you, even when you're reading like stories, do you always
Yeah, I do
write?
that. That is facts and figures. I told you, no? The figures and facts make a visualization. Once you visualize like a drama, then it becomes simple for you. Got it? Whenever year, history, something is coming, immediately draw a graph. It will become very simple for you.
See, that's not fake. It's turning.
In the water, it's not a real duck.
It's not a real duck.
It's been here for years, it's lived longer than most people do. It was here before Spruce came up.
How is it written? BZ.
What is this a history of?
This is history.
Iron Age thinking. Wow, did you make all this?
It's my student who made it.
Now,
Now, what do? All these in Excel form. The whole universe, whatever happened in this whole world, everything is one Excel sheet for me in history.
Wow.
Which talks about anything in the world. And advantages, Advantages, I have got a graph for India. Say, assume I draw one graph for India. All literature. These are all the different poets who took birth in this year. And I will have another sheet where it is all about American poets. So I will say, this poet lived during this time. There was a poet here in America.
Wow.
Easy to compare?
Yeah.
If you write in text, it becomes difficult to compare, no? This is how we learn. So what you should do is, all your knowledge which are in yours, write down like this. It becomes so simple for you. So what do we do? English, history, everything is mathematics for me. Geography is mathematics. History is mathematics. Now history is mathematics. Biology is mathematics.
Yeah.
Microbiology. What is micro?
Small organisms.
No, 10 power minus 6 is micro. Micrometer, 10 power minus 6 meter. So microbiology is what? 10 power minus 6 biology. And 10 power minus 9? After 10 power minus 6, 10 power minus 9 only. Nano. That is nanotechnology. Why technology? Why there is no nanobiology? No, after 10 power minus 6, life doesn't exist. So it becomes technology. And then minus 13 when you go, it becomes chemistry.
Nanochemistry?
No. It is minus 13 is atom.
Atomic chemistry.
Atomic chemistry. Now you learn minus 13, it is atomic chemistry, but inside atom you have got a nucleus, neutrons, protons, electrons and all that. So when you go that, it becomes nucleus. That means nuclear energy.
Nuclear is how much? 10 to what power?
That will be 10 power minus 19 and above. So where are you going? You are going inside the atom. Inside the atom you have nucleus. Right? Nuclear fission, fusion you heard?
Yeah.
That is what is nuclear energy. Now you have got a tomato to cut. You have a tomato to cut. Do you use a bigger than tomato? If you have a knife, will you be able to cut it or smash it? But I want to cut. What should I have? Smaller than that. So if I want to cut a nucleus, what should I have?
Smaller than that.
So you can imagine a knife which I use for cutting a nucleus is smaller than a nucleus. And how much thickness is an atom, you want to know?
It's much.
Do you know the thickness of this hair?
It's 1/10 of the length of the side
Yeah.
of the base.
This thickness of this hair, if you can put 300 atoms, that's the size of an atom.
Apparently, for 1 grain of sand, it's going to take
300 atoms makes your thickness of that. When a dark room, a light falls, you will see small particles moving. You take a bucket of water, put a torchlight, you will see some particle moving there. That is called Rajaha in Sanskrit. What's it called? Rajaha. Jala andara gade bhanav. Inside, jala means water. Jala andara, inside the water. Bhanav. Light passes. Yat sushmam. Clearly see. Sushmam is clear. Yat sushmam drishyate. What you will see is called the Rajaha.
Is it like dust particles or
It's not lust, the next line will tell you what is that. That Rajaha is Tasya Trimshattamo Bhagaha. Divide that into 300 pieces.
And it's an atom.
That is called an atom.
So is that little pieces of hair?
It will be almost like a hair size. And that's why you are seeing. And that's why you are not seeing a hair. Only there is a light behind, you will see a hair. Right? Tasya Trimshattamo Bhagaha Paramanu Riti Smrdaha. Sanskrit atom is called Paramanu. Paramanu. Parama Anu. Anu is the smallest. Anoraniyan Mahato Mahiyan. It is there in your Vishnu Sahasranam and Lalita Sahasranam also. So that piece is called the atom. Right? And this was told like this, and somebody says, you are able to visualize 300 piece is that? You are not. Okay, then one more line. Nani nam drishti gojaraha. If you have buddhi, you will be able to visualize. Now you are able to visualize? Yeah. What a great poet, no? So poets were scientists. Immediately they said, are you able to visualize? No. Okay, one more line. You write down. Nani nam drishti gojaraha. If you have buddhi, you will be able to visualize.
Wow.
So all poets were great. All great people were poets. Must write.
What's that water bottle thing?
This water bottle? You want to know now or after the camp?
No.
Now?
Yeah.
Okay. This is a water bottle, right? So what I have done is I have just made it today. So now I am rotating it. While rotating, what will happen? Don't worry, it will not go. So while rotating, what will happen? You see, it expands in the center. Yeah.
Does it really expand?
Yeah, that's expanding. So why? Because anything which rotates, actually there is a torque, a tangential force. The tangential force will make this to expand. So Earth is rotating like this, automatically Earth has got a bulge, and this is the equator. So Earth may not have this space, the same shape, but once it keeps rotating, automatically it will get into this shape. So actually what I can do is, you can do it at home. You go there and then buy some items like this cut. I just do it with some, what you can do is, you can take some strips and then paste it like this and do this and put a motor here and then keep rotating. In your home it keeps on rotating, right? Got it? Simple? See, that to explain only I cut this, otherwise I could have. So it shows that it's rotating like this. As it rotates, it expands like this. Simple? See, and it goes up. Because once it expands, what will happen? This will go like this. This will go up. You can see. If I hold here or I put a mark there, you'll see it goes up.
Yeah.
Correct? Yeah, because it pulls up. So I've got a lot of such things for the camera. And I don't want to spend money. I want to do it from scratch. That's what I'm going to do. Have you seen sound?
Sound waves?
Have you seen sound? I'll show you sound. You want to see sound?
Yeah. Oh, is it gonna be really loud? Oh.
I'm not going to break. Now you keep your hand here. Somebody put your finger there. Slowly. Don't. Hold.
It is.
Little. Hold.
Hold what?
Hold. Hold. Slowly. You can feel the. Are you able to feel?
Yeah.
It's vibrating?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. That is that. And if you see closely, you can see it vibrates. So sound is vibration. I can make sound or not sound. That's also possible.
Make the sound.
Are you able to see the sound? Are you able to see the vibration? Yes?
Right there.
So sound wave, That's sound wave. So you have seen sound wave.
Yay. Cool.
One thing to cross off my bucket list.
Seeing sound?
You want to teach this? Khan Academy?
Yeah, but does that come under? Does that come? That's so cool. We could show
Oh
that.
wait, yeah. Does it come under physical science?
Yeah.
Physics.
These are all physics. This is also physics.
You
You
should
can
do
do a
it.
good one. I am just doing it blind like this. You
But
can
then
do.
what would the
Sound waves.
No, what would the concept of that be?
That is sound wave. You are showing sound, no? That one. That you read the talk. The few terminologies which you have to read is the vorticity.
What?
Vorticity.
Vorticity.
Vorticity. Vorticity. V-O-R-T-I-C-I-T-Y. Vorticity. Vorticity is this. Vorticity. Vorticity. Okay? Vorticity is the. Now your velocity is like this. When it goes in a circle, it's called vorticity.
So would that be like?
The circular velocity, you can say. It's almost
would
like
that be like related to centripetal and centrifugal force?
centrifugal force, centripetal force, all that you can explain using that.
That's so cool.
I wrote my name. You're doing videos for Khan Academy?
No, it's for
The breakthrough challenge. Have you heard about it? It's basically this global challenge that's sponsored by Khan Academy. It's sponsored by Khan Academy, not for Khan Academy.
What do you need
You just have to teach a thing.
You have to make a 3-minute video about physics, biology, or math concept.
I wrote my name in telugu.
Good girl. See, where is my name? Okay. Shashi. I wrote no the other day. Shai is like this.
Yeah?
And Telugu and Kannada, there is only slight difference. I learned writing Kannada in a classroom. When I was doing my PhD, I learned language. Good. Now Hindi also you must do. You know Hindi?
I mean, every summer, me and my mom go to the Aksharam.
No, but don't do Aksharam from now onwards. Write words.
Yeah, I will.
Okay? And then also you can use the typing options on
That's
computer.
what my dad does.
Yeah.
Do you have any other ideas? Just
Many,
for like,
many.
yeah.
Is it like all like hands-on crafts?
And some crafts you can do. It's not all that, but it all depends on the group and the interest. We'll make ourselves the way you want, not the way I want.
That's good.
And you go to that hobby lobby,
Yeah.
you get lot of items. But what you should do is you explain it in your way. That's more important than showing it there, no? You understood? What you should do is
I'm pretty sure there's one on the back here. That I'll just say on it.
I will give you 1,000 rupees. Anyway, I don't have dollars. So I can give you rupees. Okay? Hold. Let me see who is the smartest. Hold it in your mouth. You hold it. I'm going to keep the bowl and keep the bowl inside. And then push it up. Hold. Give me that. Yeah, hold. Keep it like this. It should go up. At a stretch. Don't do it together. Do it together. Wait.
We need to put it in our mouth at the same time.
Yeah. Now you should blow it and then throw the ball out. Don't tilt. Should be exactly vertical. If you put it down without blowing, also it will go.
I feel like I'm gonna swallow it.
It is falling because you are tilting your head. Correct? What is it happening? It's only rotating. Why is it spinning? Why is it not falling?
Because there's like space around.
Yeah. Now what you do is...
this way.
No. Now what you do is... Will you be able to hold it like this? Without holding some support?
Suck it in
Try. Suck it
and
in.
swallow it.
Yeah, he can.
Then there is no hole. Earlier you were telling there is hole.
What?
Earlier you told there is hole beside and that's why it is rotating. Now when you are sucking, why there is no hole?
Because the pressure is taking all of it out. Are you?
Because you're like sucking in
So
all the
if you-
hole.
If you suck in and then do, then do
I'm coming.
Radhika. Yeah. Gotta go.
Chalo.
Wait, how do you do it?
How do you do it?